Our first collaborative intent is connect ideas. So to connect previously unrelated ideas in order to become more innovative. What I'm going to do is start with two business examples, and then I'm going to lead into the features and products that Engineer offers to support those types of business scenarios. So first of all, we have an Australian energy firm. They were highly vertically integrated, and they had business in exploration, production, trading, pipelines, wholesale power, and retail. And they brought in several strategy consultants to perform a traditional strategic portfolio analysis. And all of these consultants reached a similar conclusion, that the company should jettison the lower performing businesses. Well, while these strategic discussions were underway, the company invested in a collaborative tool called a management flight simulator, and this flight simulator encompassed all elements of the company's operations. So employees from all ranks and roles could go through the exercise of flying the company. And as a result, for example, energy traders realized how production worked, and they determined how their trading approaches could complement production. And then also the production team learned more about how their products found markets and at what prices, and they were able to devise ways to accentuate trading positions and optimize the whole value chain. Management decided to keep the company as an enterprise, but to run it as a coordinated whole, using the consensus of the discoveries by these collaborative teams. Now another example is Incentive. Incentive held a contest to help come up with innovative ideas to get oil from the bottom of Prince William Sound 15 years after the Exxon Valdez oil spill. Engineers working on the recovery effort had tried to pump the oil several times before, but the issue was that they could get the oil from the bottom of the ocean to the barges, but the surface temperature dropped so dramatically that the oil would solidify before they could pump it through the barge system. So they held this contest, and an unknown engineer from the Midwest who had experience in the construction industry suggested that the recovery team use vibratory equipment like that used with cement to keep the oil fluid enough to pump through the barge system. Well, it worked, and the engineer won the contest. He won $20,000 in cash, and he also won a trip to Alaska to meet the oil spill recovery team. And then finally, the recovery team, after 15 years, was able to pump the millions of gallons of oil from the bottom of the ocean. So now, how do you capture the innovative ideas within your organization and outside of your organization? How do the best ideas emerge, and how can you make those ideas actionable? We have a product called Intent1 Ideas, and essentially it provides a powerful forum that allows users to submit and rate ideas. And it also lets users create idea campaigns to solve specific problems, and then we also have this concept of NJAMs that we'll get into here in just a second. But first, let's talk about ideas. So what are they? Users can create an idea either as part of an idea campaign or as a standalone item. And just like a conversation or a wiki, the idea can be tagged, it can be assigned to a group, it can be made private, and it could also be broadcasted to others. So ideas allow attachments and responses, and they also support embedded multimedia and tables and rich HTML formatting. And then users can vote an idea up or down, and administrators can assign a status to the idea. So ideas then feed into idea campaigns, and idea campaigns can be created by users to organize ideas around a single theme or a problem to be solved. So idea campaigns can be visible to your community, or they can be private, and the campaign owner can review the ideas and assign a status. So also users can create independent conversations and wikis within an idea campaign to provide additional information and context. So I'm going to show you a few screenshots here in a second, but we also have this concept of an NJAM, and we say that an NJAM is an idea campaign on steroids. So NJAMs were originally built for government so that they could have a large number of stakeholders participate in certain issues that they're dealing with. And so it's typically meant to be for a specified period of time, and it includes live video, it includes live chat. It allows users who are participating to collaborate with one another, to submit ideas, to vote up and down ideas. So I'll show you an example of that. Now also our platform supports live events. So we have support for both live streaming video and recorded video. We can use Scribd, which I'll show you for PowerPoint presentations. We support live chat, so we have our own live chat embedded within the platform, but you could also integrate with Meebo or TinyChat or essentially any tool of your choice. And it helps you manage collateral for events. So you can include agendas for the various events, research articles, prerequisite reading, many different things. And also you can embed any JavaScript or HTML into these live events. So you could include maps to the event, search capabilities. So let me show you some of the screenshots that we have from within our application. First of all, this is an idea campaign, and as you can see, we created a campaign and submitted 2 different ideas that people can vote up and down, and that status can be changed. So just a quick review, and the example that we were using was actually for a school district, and we created a campaign, how to prevent H1V1 in our schools. Now the second screenshot is an NJAM, and this particular screenshot, we used it in a different way. So if you notice to the left, you can embed either live video, or you could go out and find recorded or still video to embed in this NJAM. And then to the right, you have live chat with any participant within the NJAM. And then at the bottom, you can submit ideas. You also have a discussion area where you could post different documents or articles that provide context. And you can also from here assign tasks. So what that does is an NJAM, after you have one for 2 to 3 days, essentially you want things to be actionable after you hold that, so you can create tasks for your project team. Now what we did in this instance is we took our NJAM concept and we applied it once again to the education area, and we showed how if there was some kind of pandemic that we could use this NJAM capability to create a virtual classroom. So what we created was a virtual classroom about dinosaur burrows, and we found a video out on Discovery that it's a Discovery Channel video that shows the oldest evidence found in Australia of a dinosaur burrow. And also we included a discussion in the discussion area, an article as prerequisite reading. And then you have live chat. So if you were using this, you could have students chatting with one another and also communicating with their instructors. So this can be used in many different examples. And then finally, I have some screenshots of live events. And we have hosted live events from our platform several times. And so just an overview of what we can do is in the upper left-hand corner, you can see that we can embed different PowerPoint presentations within any event. You can also embed live video. To the right in the upper corner, I've got live streaming video from NASA, from the International Space Station. And then you can also embed live Google Maps. You can embed, to the right, I'm using TinyChat, which is not the chat capabilities that we include in the NJAM, but a demonstration that you can use any kind of chat forum. And so this is just one quick example of how you could create a live event. We support many other things that could contribute to a successful live event.